Okay, let us look at the factors affecting the choice of a channel by manufacturers. The channel of distribution chosen for the distribution of a product will depend on a number of factors. Some of these factors include producers' capabilities. If the producer has enough finance, he will open up his own retail outlets. If not, he will use one of the channels, including a middleman. Now, the next point is the producer's philosophy. Depending on the producer's philosophy, whether exclusive distribution. When we talk of exclusive distribution, we mean that the producer is willing to sell his product by using only certain shops, or he can use what we call extensive distribution, which means that he is going to distribute his goods at every shop. Now, depending on the producer's philosophy, he will decide if he is going to use an exclusive distribution or he is going to use an extensive distribution in order to supply his goods in the market. The next point is the type of a consumer. If the end consumer is buying for his own use, he will buy from the retailer. But if he is buying for business purpose, he will buy from the producer. For example, if you need a personal computer to be using in the house, you might buy your computer from a retailer. But if you need computers in order to open up a school where you'll be having computer classes, then you will need to buy directly from the producer. The next point is the size of the order. If the size of the order is small, it will be bought from the retailer. But when it is large, it will be bought from the producer. Remember that the producer always sells in bulk. The producer does not sell in small quantities. So if you need to order goods in small quantities, you will buy directly from the retailer. While if you want to buy in large quantities, you will order the goods directly from the producer. The next point is the nature of the product. If the product is perishable, a short channel will be used. Perishable products are products that can easily get bad. For example, bakery products. If you want to sell a product that is perishable, it is good to use a short channel of distribution, because if you use a long channel of distribution, maybe before the product gets to the consumers, it must have gotten bad. So we are saying that if the product is perishable, a short channel will be used. If the product has a long shelf life, a long channel will be used. If we talk of a product having a long shelf life, we are saying that the product can last for a long period of time. A typical example would be a mobile phone or a television. Those are products that do not easily get bad, and so since they can stay on the shelf for a very long period of time, you can actually sell the product using maybe a long channel of distribution. All right. The next point that we have is the value of the product. If the product is expensive, a short channel will be used. But if the product is cheap, a long channel will be used. Now, in the case where a product is already expensive, it will not be good to use a long channel of distribution, because we know that in a long channel of distribution, you have middlemen, and middlemen are traders. So what they do is that when they buy your product, they have to add their own profit margin to the price that they bought the product. In that case, if you use a long channel of distribution, it means that each trader is going to add his own profit margin to that already expensive product. In that case, it becomes either very expensive or excessively expensive, and the consumer might not be able to buy it. The next point is the size of the market. If the size of the market is small, a short channel will be used. But if the size of the market is large, a long channel will be used. I think that point is clear. The nature of the market. If the market is a home market, a short channel will be used. But if the market is an international market, a longer channel of distribution will be used. I think that point is also clear. Now the next point, consumer factor. The number of customers also influences the channel of distribution. When the number of customers is small and they are located at a central places, then direct selling will be easy and economical. If the number of customers is large and they are scattered all over different areas, then middlemen will be helpful in marketing. Now, when the number of customers small and they are centrally located, which means that they are located in one place, it means that a very short channel of distribution can be used, because the products can either be sold directly to the customer or they can be sold through the retailer. But if the number of customers is large and they are scattered all over different places, then it means that a long channel of distribution might be used in order to reach all the customers. Now let us look at the last point, which is the middleman factor. The effect of middleman's commission in selling price will have to be taken into account before deciding about the number of middlemen. If their commission goes up, then the price of the product substantially increases. The number of middlemen should be kept at minimum. Otherwise, it would adversely affect the competitiveness of the sale of the product. Actually, when you want to sell your product in the market, you have to consider the commission that you are supposed to pay the middleman. Now, if you see that the commission has gone up, it means that the price of the product will also go up. And in this case, it might affect the sales of your product.